This is my daily update for my build and public log. Let's get into it. So first of all, I was pretty busy this weekend. I didn't get very much work done. It was what's called a bank holiday here in the UK, and so 3 day weekend. This is in the US. This week is going to be a 3 day weekend. They do theirs like a week ahead, so it's kind of like the end of summer for the Brits. So yeah, I basically was out doing shit all weekend. What I did manage to do was I went a little crazy with my new newsletter, Random Daily URLs. I went ape shit. I have like a year worth of URLs to share. It's pretty wild. And I probably have another year that I could add. I'll slowly do that. I'm not in a rush. Um, I'm still trying to get to my goal of 10 subscribers before the month is over. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. There's, like I said, a year's worth of URLs. It's pretty cool. So what did I do? So far, today I added this. So I added some people, maybe they don't want email. Maybe they just want to go to the site and see a new URL every day. Looks like some people are. So I added this just so you could see and know like when the next URL is going to drop. Here's today's, by the way. This is really cool. This is one of my favorite URLs. And then I launched this. So this is what I really want to talk about. I'm super excited about this. I've talked a lot about this before. This is launched. This is ready to go. I am sharing this. I'm starting to share this. I will be launching and sharing this all week. What the hell is unfuck email? Just filters, to be completely honest with you. I spent over years, like many years, maybe 5 to 10 years, I have developed a whole suite of filters that basically clean up your inbox. They cut down on the notifications. So when you get a notification on your phone for an email, it's like actually a real email you should look at and care about. All the spammy stuff, shit that's like low priority you don't care about, goes into a secondary inbox. And all you're left in your inbox is actual real emails you really care about and should and need to see. It's open source. It's free. Go fucking install this. Fix your email. It takes 1 minute. Seriously, this is what you do. You click download, you save it. It goes straight to your filter page. You upload the file, you hit go, your email is fixed. So right now it supports Gmail and Fastmail. Seriously, it takes 1 minute and your email is fixed. It's free, it's open source. If you want to add language support, that'd be great. I have a few filters in there for Spanish, but I need to do a little bit more work. I'd love to add other languages. It's open source. You can open a bug. You can make a pull request to add a new entry for filters. Help me do this. Help me make email better, one filter at a time. What's the point of this? Just to fix email and, quite frankly, to ideally get clicks to the newsletter. Why do I want people in the newsletter? I've talked a lot about this before. Have something that makes people's day a little bit brighter in the morning. You click, you see a funny, cool, weird thing, brightens your day, makes your email better. The whole purpose of this is to make your email better. Email doesn't have to suck. I think email in its current form is super broken. It's a big lift to change to a fancy new hipster email service. A lot of people don't want to pay. So I targeted Gmail to try to make email better. While you're making your email better, check out the newsletter. You get to see cool shit. The old internet is still alive and well. It's just hard to find. And one day, maybe I'll post to some cool shit that I built. That's the whole purpose of the newsletter. What's next is I keep finding bugs, and I don't know about these bugs. I started working on the evals to track how well all the AI agents are working on Agents Code, my suite of micro AI agents that work really well. I don't know if they're working really well because I need to do a lot more work. So that's what I'm working on this week. I started to implement the eval system. Well, I started building that, and I realized a lot of shit is broken, and I don't know, and I need to be fixing things. So pause on that while I get a bug tracker. So there's Sentry. Sentry is like a exception slash bug tracker solution that's a little bit more for enterprise. It's pretty heavy. It works well. I actually quite like the product. It actually works pretty phenomenally well, but it's expensive. And yeah. Oh, did they add that? I swear that's new because last time I checked, it was fucking no. It was for some of the features I wanted, like you had to pay for. Yeah, it's super expensive. Like I quite like the events. Um, like so many of the features you really need are not free. So Sentry is great. If you work on a team, I'd be surprised. If you're a software engineer and you work on a big app, I'd be surprised if you're not using Sentry or something like that. Sentry is quite big. I've used that in many places I've worked at. But it's expensive, so I am going with an alternative. I'm looking at a few right now. I will let you know which one I pick, but I'm evaluating. I'm looking probably leaning towards one, but I'll let you know in the next video which one I decide to use. But I super, super, super desperately need that. I try to do a hokey thing where it'll just email me and I had to turn that off. Too much noise, things weren't working. I need a real solution. So one thing I'm going to an event tonight. Actually, I'm hoping to talk to people about agents. I'm hoping to talk to people about how AI is working for them. So that's in a few hours. I talked to people the other day and did a lot of kind of what's called elevator pitches, where you have like 2 minutes to tell them about what you're building and why. I got a lot of good questions from some people. One person was a software engineer, mathematician guy, really smart, and he has a lot of pointed questions. And I thought about it a lot this weekend. It's like, how do I differentiate myself? Why would people use this? Like, there's all these frameworks, there's all these agents, there's all these things. How is this different? Why should someone use this? And the thing I want to focus on is extreme quality, extreme precision. I need to do so much work. I think the landing page sucks. I think I'm not delivering what I'm trying to do because I've been so busy. I'm all over the place. I'm desperately trying to get money, so I'm kind of throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. I need to just focus on this. Every single day I needed to be making this more high quality, not features, but more precision. That's exactly what I'm after. Step one is start actually keeping track of shit that's breaking, because things are breaking and I'm not knowing about it until too late. So that's what I'm going to focus on first, then go back to building that evaluation. I might need to fix some things that come out of that. Obviously, I found some things I need to fix right now. Fix those and keep working on the evals. And the idea is to do this. Okay, I have been falling into here. This is from a great book, Atomic Habits. I live and die by that concept of trying to improve and build habits, because you need systems and habits to actually be successful. I'm telling you that because in my mind, I've had success in my life, and I basically did this, and that's how I got success. Success is different to everybody. I had clear goals in my mind, in my life, that I wanted to achieve. I basically have done a lot of that already. To be honest with you, I cared more about experiences than money and wealth, and so I chased after experiences and traveled the world. That was success to me up to this point. Now my idea of success has shifted now that I'm older, and I just kept at it and kept at it until I got all my goals. So I live and die by this graph. I've been down here and I'm getting nowhere, to be completely blunt. I need to get back to here, to shipping fucking fast, making the quality better, 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 better. And then eventually it's going to be so good, like no one can ignore it. No one can ignore me. That's what I'm driving at. And I'm trying to get back to, from here back to here and on. That's all I got for today. Let's jump into the questions and comments. All right, no questions and comments for today. Makes sense. I didn't release a video in days. On to my random story for today. I just talked about the weekend that just went by. 3 day weekend. What the hell did we do? Uh, we did a day trip down to the city called Rye, UK. It's like a little village by the sea. They have a cool nature reserve and beautiful nature. A lot of like, you're on the coast. It's not like beach clubs or anything. It's kind of a rocky, pebbly kind of beach. But there's a big sand beach part where there's like lots of people hanging out, like on the beach doing, sunbathing, normal beach shit. So we were on the half where it's like pebbly. Um, and we decided to go on like an epic 15 to 20 mile, I don't know, it was pretty far, more than 15 miles, bike trip where we did like this huge loop. We went all the way up through the like British countryside. We stopped at a winery, so I actually had finally British wine. Yeah. We recently just did a trip to Bordeaux, France to go wine tasting, and oh, yeah, the sorry Brits, but the wine is just better across the way into Europe. It was okay. There one was okay. Two we would have drank, but like the other ones were not a fan of. But it was cool to go to like a winery. So weird to go to a winery on a bike. There, we passed through like archways that were like 800 years old. Very, very, very beautiful. Like tons of like little streams and little swamp kind of areas, like all like little foresty areas. We stopped in. There was tons of goats, sheeps, cows, horses. It was fucking awesome. And that beach part was really cool. Like really weird, like fauna and plants I've never seen. And then that village was really cool. There was like big events. There was a couple weddings happening, a big jazz festival. It was like a shit show. There was so many people. Like it was insane. The train. Let me tell you about the train. So this is the reason for the story. We were coming there. Like we had left, and you take the big main fast train down to like this little tiny village, this train station. You gotta like stop, walk across the track, like go to the next platform, and take like a little shittier train down like a different way to Rye. And it was packed. Like it was you had to stand. It was like being on the tube in central London. And there's a notorious tube line here in London if you've never been to London. It's called the Central Line. Um, it's really, really old. Like it was one of the first lines built like in the Victorian days. And they built it just small enough to where the thing can go through. And one of the problems is they expanded this line. It's very fascinating. They expanded it so it goes outside in the sun, even though it's cloudy. And the tube itself and all the trains running through heats up. It's heated up the tunnel. And the heat just builds up over time. And I mean decades and decades, like that kind of time. And now that tube is that the actual physical tunnel is so hot, it's becoming like unhealthy. And people, so in the summer when it's hot in London, it's excruciating. And you get on this thing, and sometimes it's during rush hour. You're packed in there like Tokyo, Japan style. Someone needs to almost push you in there, and there's no air conditioning, and it's really, really hot. It's like a fucking sauna, and it's torture. Even in winter, it's hot, and it's really warm. And in the summer, when it's not cold in London, it's like a fucking sauna. You're like sweating. There's all these famous viral videos of people just drenched in sweat in there. That train there was like the Central Line. We were packed in there. There were these people going to weddings, and they were pissed. They were drinking alcohol like on the train. This one guy looked over. He had like a dress shirt on, like dressed up to go to a wedding, drenched in sweat. I mean, his armpits were these big, soggy things. I mean, it was pretty funny to hear them carrying on because they were drunk and they were getting so upset by this heat. And I'm standing there, I'm sweating. And I'm just standing there in the train, not doing anything. I was sweating. I wasn't drinking at all, but I was dying in there. So it reminded me, I kept calling it the Central Line, but and going back was a shit show too. There was people drunk and drinking on the train. It was just insane. It was like a party. There, this is a big party weekend here in the UK. So that ride was amazing. Just the train sucked, and that bike ride around there. We stopped at a pub. Like it was really really good. So highly recommend it if you are in the UK if you've never been there. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Let me know what you think of Unfuck Email. I put a lot of work into this. It's free. It's open source. Like there's no catch. There's no apps. There's no installs. It just adds filters right to your inbox, to your email provider. Works on mobile. Works on desktop because it's working on the back end. I swear it works really well, like phenomenally well, maybe too well. You might need to tweak it a little bit if you use it, but let me know what your thoughts are. And see you tomorrow.